We're all well aware that the country's current economic situation is the nation's favorite topic of discussion. Do you believe that Pakistan is standing on the brink of bankruptcy? And if not, what are the potential risks it might face in the future?
You know, I'm laughing not at you, but I'm laughing with you. As a media owner, I should love the sensationalism of, oh my God, Pakistan's going bankrupt. But as an investor who's been investing in Pakistan for over a decade, and we have, mashallah, met with some success, alhamdulillah, met with some success. Pakistan is not going bankrupt. Pakistan is not collapsing. It's a lazy argument that is not borne out by the facts. If you separate out equity and debt, on the equity side, if you look at publicly traded equities, Shamoon is much better placed on that. But we have fundamental reason to believe that Pakistan companies will continue generating earnings, and yeah, they just don't get valued the same way as, let's say, Indian corporate earnings do. But we can change that. But underneath, there's fundamentally strong earnings growth across sectors. Then, if you look at equity investments in the private markets of venture capital, technology, and in private equity, those are by definition long duration investments, right? So those can be 5 to 10 year holding periods. And the nice thing about that holding period is you don't worry about the day-to-day volatility. So I don't spend any time worrying about the day-to-day volatility, because if I'm investing for 5 years, for 10-year horizon, I keep my eye on the prize and just keep building towards that. So for me, for us at Asia Pac, volatility is great. That means people freak out and pull out. So we can buy assets from them, we can hire people from them, and we can steal business away from them. So we don't enjoy the volatility, but we take advantage of the volatility. So that's on the equity side. On the fixed income or bond side, I think there's just been too much uneducated commentary on that. Most of Pakistan's debt is rupee denominated. It's a closed system. Pakistan has a lot of control over that. Then we've got FX denominated debt. Most of it is in US dollars. Once again, Shamoon is a bigger expert than I am. But on the US dollar debt, most of it is bilateral, and that is not it. So the traded debt, our publicly traded debt, is actually a very small piece. And yeah, you can worry about the credit default spreads, but the credit default spread is a very thin market, and it's not an indicator of the health of the Pakistan economy. The reason you asked a question about FDI also. The reason the FDI has slowed down is not because Pakistan suddenly doesn't have opportunity. It's not that suddenly Pakistan doesn't have 250 million people. It's not that Pakistan doesn't have an emerging middle class. All those things are true, and as the base infrastructure keeps building out, people will create more apps on that, which are called businesses. The reason people are a little pulled back is people are worried about, justifiably so, about political uncertainty. I'm not going to comment on what the right answer should be. That is way above my pay grade and way outside my field of knowledge. But we need some certainty on what the political structure will be and who will be in charge. Second is people are concerned about dividend repatriation. That was driven by a foreign exchange shortage in Pakistan. That's being fixed. Most of the dividends are beginning to be repatriated. And finally, people want certainty on governance and the rules. And the SIFC, for example, specifically, has done an absolutely fantastic job of giving certainty as to how decisions will be made. So we continue to invest in Pakistan. Our biggest constraint right now is not ideas, is not deals. Alhamdulillah, it's not capital. It is just management talent. So the reason we haven't made 3 additional acquisitions this year is we just don't have enough top talent who we can put against these deals. One of the reasons, frankly, I came in as CEO of BOL as the investor is that we just couldn't find the right CEO. So if you know anyone who could be CEO of a media network, I'm hiring.
All right, thank you so much.
सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल दबाएं ताकि कोई खबर रह न जाए।